we'll go to the 11th. Check in with Narin Ahn.
Playing 172 yards today.
Just come off a drop shot at the 10th, trying to get it back here. Birdied the 5th hole today.
Is quite sensible because it doesn't bring into play a lot of that fescue down the right side.
Hannah Green playing alongside Shibuno. What about that one from Green? That almost went in for a 2. Yeah. Good 2. Birdie's a good score. Shibuno's 3rd at the 9th. You like that action.
To the 10th, and Brooke Henderson with her approach to the short par 4. Aussie Steph Kiriakou coming off a bogey at 13. Her approach to the par 4 14th.
14th hole.
Ooh.
That's rather pleasant.
Now Hannah Green for the birdie. Good 2-putt in the end.
Over at the 10th, Ataya Titakun.
It's just so difficult to get it all the way back to that hole.
Oh, just enough.
The short 12th. And Narin Ahn. 2 back.
Softly. Okay, good shot.
Off we go to the 14th, and after that brilliant approach, Kiriakou for her 4th birdie of the day, and there's one of those Bay Course bobblers.
Yeah, 101. That fescue blocks her view of the actual green. She can see the flag stick, so that is one good thing. So this is where you have to really rely on your distance and what you've practiced.
See, that's the smart play right there.
Mm-hmm.
That's Hannah Green knowing this golf course to use the slopes around the green to get that close.
And she's going along well. Just to get it to 8 under par within a couple of the lead. Yes. Excuse me, that was a par putt, so at the 15th. Downhill here at the beginning. Oh, it just stopped turning there, didn't it?
So close.
I think that's the toughest part, is you've got to commit to your line and the speed, and sometimes they'll fall off line, and you have to know that it's going to happen to everybody. I think that's the biggest challenge, but I think if you can hit it with enough speed and you commit to the line, you're going to be fine.
Or close enough to the hole, Karen. You could just do what Hannah Green did. Jin Young Ko at the 12th. The second at the 12th for Ataya Titakun.
She must be thinking of landing this just past the hole because Jin Young Ko's ball is right in the way.
Get in there.
Steph Kiriakou at 16.
There's so much about distance control. It's amazing what just a little pickup of wind can do on this golf course.
There was a little gust that knocked Jin Young off of her position there, backed off, reset, and up there, Ataya Titakun has this for birdie. She's hit every green in regulation today.
So she needs one more, I would say.
Kiriakou for another birdie at 16. Good day for Steph.
But it's also trying to figure out how this ball's gonna bounce as well. You want to make sure that you're landing at just the right spot to get the bounce that you want, not on some kind of weird downslope.
Oh, hello!
Hey!
She figured out the bounce, huh?
She sure did. That's really well played.
Throw her off a little bit, maybe?
I think so. Well, when you're looking down at it.
Back over to the 17th, which is only playing 114 yards today. It was 106 yesterday, so short hole, just a wedge for these players, and that was really good. Let's go to the 15th. We've seen a lot of players miss the green right today. This is Austin Kim on top of that little ridge.
I think, Tom, when you're down on the 15th tee, it's very sheltered.
Ty Titigan hold out for eagle at this 14th last year. Let's see how she plays it here.
Almost did it again.
A bit of work left here for a par. 4 is a good score on this hole.
Yeah.
Just struggling now, making that double 11, just trying to get her make a rally.
Yeah, it is, Jim. Very, very difficult. And I spoke to her earlier in the week. I mean, bear in mind, she was here on Tuesday working on her game, hitting putts on the putting green. She'd been out on the golf course and really didn't allow herself an awful lot of time for it to sink in and adjust.
Here's here in Naveed. If you were watching on Peacock a little earlier, we had her moving to 9 under par, but we were given a
Caitlin Pap Buddha. Oh, yes. Bit of an awakening for Caitlin this year, tied for 13th at Wilshire.
And wasting no time, 103 and kind of a jumper lie. Gonna try to go straight up with it. Depends if it gets up a little bit.
No, it got there all right.
She'll have a chance.
She's got to pick up 3 shots. Minimum.
Yes.
Maybe 4. And right up at the 18th, it's been a nice day for the Aussie, Steph Kiriakou. Trying to finish in style. She told me something interesting. She said, I've been making a lot of birdies, but too many bogeys. 15.
Shabuno.
Yep, should go back to the back of the green if it goes.
Following up on that, she said, I'm talking about Steph Kiriakou. Karen, she said, I'm glad I'm making a lot of birdies. I'd rather it be that than just making a whole bunch of pars. This is a Sasso, actually. 14. Going ahead and putting while Hannah gets the ruling from Mitch Moon, LPGA rules official. Hannah Green was really flying along. 5 birdies in 6 holes, but then bogeyed the short 12. This for bogey at 14. She's back on.
It's a par putt here for Jin Young Ko. Struggled with the injury earlier in the season. Hasn't played. This is at 17th. Narayanan on the tee. This is at the 17th. Narayanan. We talked about this putting green being quite tricky at times, but not today for Narayanan. So a good 2. Now Shabuno for the birdie.
Yeah, Sasso's was amazing. Shabuna's putt ought to move right to left.
She gave it a good run.
Oh.
No, is it? The wind's blowing that way, but I think it's just not quite close enough.
very good scoring par fives. Here's Brooke at the 16th. She needs a shot to be safe. That could go a long way. 17.
This is Yuban on the tee. Tough day, as you can see. 5 over par. Hold on. Ooh, wow.
Yeah, there's that pride. I'll tell you what, her short game you talked about last week, but I've seen her hit some shots around today. It's been amazing.
Well, we talked about last week testing every part of a player's game, which is exactly what it did. We saw the really nice tee shot for the overnight leader, Yuban. And that is a birdie at 17. So
Jin Young Ko at the 16th for par. Take that and run. Short par 3 17th and the reachable par 5 18. Like you said, this was not a bad place to be in 2. Eugene Sung's 3rd.
No, loads of green to use.
Right, a birdie putt for Pernilla Lindberg. This to guarantee a spot tomorrow. She'll have to wait and see if 2 under gets in.
Yes, and then really, I think at the last minute, that was just a little push. She had it set up.
Sarah Kemp, gotta have this to have any chance to make the cut. Yeah.
But she has not done that, and I have a lot of respect for players that can do that, especially after a big win. Just kind of ran out of a little bit of energy and not her best day.
a little more bumpy later in the day. So you could go out on fresh greens in the morning and set the target.
So many times I've seen that happen around here. I remember one year just barely scraping in, making the cut. Went out, shot something like 5 or 6 under, and packed the bag up, get the car, and I'm checking my phone as I'm driving out of Atlantic City. Something down. It was never full.
3rd shot at the par 5 for On. That should grab a little.
Yeah, Karen, you mentioned that. What'd you do? If you just choke it down, just take that normal full swing if you're trying to kind of in between clubs?
That's what I used to do. Depending on how much I needed to take off. If it was just half a club, 5 yards, grip it down, inch and a half, and
Considered to be difficult, very difficult. Now Hannah Green. Yeah, all three giving themselves chances.
I think, Tom, to your point about Yuka.
Now ran on to get within 1 of the lead. Oh, that caught a piece of the hole. They're going to try to go in 2s tomorrow. That could depend on, well, it will depend on the size of the cut. If they have a smallish cut, top 65 in ties, they'll go in 2s. If not,
Big putt this for Hannah Green at 17 for birdie. Oh, jumped off the face, but still manages to make it. Yeah, at the moment they would be able to go in 2s. Only 66 players. Shabuna for the bogey. She's going to drop back to 5 under, but you do have to take a lot of care around the hole. One of the 3 amateur invites into the field this week. This is Rachel Keane, ending her collegiate studies at Wake Forest.
And that's where you land it, Tom.
Best of the day.
And when you're exposed to seeing that, it makes a big difference.
Rachel Keane for a birdie. That to get to 6 under par.
Program to have an American junior golf program, and the Ties have done a fantastic job with regards encouraging, supporting, and bringing on the youth in the junior game. But we're seeing the fruits of that now on the LPGA Tour.
Helene Krauter 24-year-old from Stuttgart in Germany. And she's 1 under par. Needs to go birdie to finish. And she's given herself a good chance.
No.
17.
Crowder's birdie putt needs to go in. Yes, so now she can birdie the last and make the cut.
This year, just being healthy is most important, I think, isn't it, for Titiku?
It is. She struggled a bit with that, and you can tell from her game that it hasn't been all there. Little hiccups from time to time.
This is Maddie Zurich on the tee at the 15th, coming off a win at the Texas Women's Open. And getting it to stay flag high there, not easy.
All right. 2-putt birdie for Jin Young.
This is the birdie putt. Finish it off. Yeah, nice bounce back there and a chance to post a good result tomorrow. Maddie Zurich is to get it to 4 under. Trying to make her first LPGA cut of the year. That was really good.
Not so much milling it in, but you keep grinding it out.
Yeah, she do. I think she takes a lot of pride in finishing her rounds and finishing as well as she can, regardless of what happens.
Even par was in contention to win last week at Lancaster. Good to see her back playing well again. She was down near 200. You don't rule it out, do you? When you look at the top of the leaderboard, Karen, I mean, it would take something special, but it's doable. She actually did make an eagle earlier in this round. 17.
It's a bogey.
Difficult conditions. This would be a good time for Caroline Inglis's first eagle of the season. Got to make it to make the cut. The terrorist massacre by Hamas on October 7th, the worst assault on the Jewish people since the Holocaust. With her family following from Tel Aviv, the granddaughter of an Auschwitz survivor put her heart on her sleeve. This is Maisie Filler for par at the 16th. That up and down. Nice little run for Gianna Clement with back-to-back birdies. The 16-year-old. There's a chance for another. I'm going to give her that one.
More firmly because of that upslope and the fringe. Oh, that was...
So 5 under par.
And the final adjustment was a good one.
That was
She
it.
just moved it just a little bit more out to the right.
Subin Ju for birdie at 18.
I don't know. I always found that quite scary on these greens at this time of day to hit it that firmly.
She tied for 15th at the Pelican event last year in the Tampa area.
Same as Rachel's putt, just missed on that right side. I think there must be something in that read there that's causing the players to not quite see it doing that.